Welcome back to the Men's Media Network. Today's installment, I just want to briefly carry you through a couple of things that the network itself has been really involved in lately. Last week, I did not get an installment out there, and I'll let you know why. It seems in this state, our great sovereign state of Alabama, there's always been this dark force at work. And this dark force is Walker County. And, it's all fun and games to laugh about the meth labs or what may or may not have been thrown off of Smith Lake bridges. That's all fun and games. But when the term eminent domain starts getting thrown out there, fun and games is over, brothers. It's over. And so many people have come to me and said, Chris, how do we fight this dark force in our state? And so many times I really didn't know how to answer. I just told them, stay out of there. Stay out of Walker County. Don't get arrested. Don't let the sun go down on you over there. They make their own law. Well, you see, this dark force, though, was trying to annex Rock City. And I know and love a lot of people over that way. And I was not going to stand idly by and lose this great little community to that dark force of our state. So I got a couple of people, some other civic leaders from Tater Knob, the mayor of Moss's Bottoms, and we took the fight from the steps of the Bobo Community Courthouse all the way to Walker County. We took the fight to them. And let me tell you how it turned out. We had to come up with a plan because, obviously Walker County represents a lot more big interest than us in our local communities that we take care of in Glen Allen and Bobo and Bazemore and all these little towns that we're really from. So we didn't have the dollar for dollar to match them, but we did have intellect. So we go and we sit down at the table with Walker County and with the civic leaders of Rock City too, and we sit down at the table and tell them, okay, you can have Rock City, but you're going to have to take Brilliant. Well, apparently that was enough to completely back them away from the table. Done. They were through with negotiations. And I know, look here, my Bostonian brethren from Brilliant are going to say, Chris, man, you threw us under the bus to save Rock City. Well, it was a bluff. And me and the other civic leaders that are always hard at work for your interest, we know how valuable Brilliant is. We know, y'all are only 5 Yeti coolers and a Chick-fil-A or Arby's away from complete and total economic prosperity. We know that, and we have high hopes for you, and it was a bluff. That's all it was a bluff, but it worked. It worked. And so many times there are these fights that take place locally that the average person don't have time to know about or never hears about. So that's one thing the network itself was involved in. Also, there has been new and breaking research that I've been personally trying to fund. Adult infantigo, we have spent tons and tons of dollars trying to get this eradicated. And you know what? When's the last time you saw an adult with infantigo? So it pays off. We are starting to see the results of the network and the awareness that we're putting out. And, there's a new problem I got with some of the other local mayors and was really trying to get some awareness out there and some more people on board because it seems there's been another outbreak. And we found a link. We found out what is causing this. Who would have knew that there was a direct correlation between pet hygiene, generic ketchup, and chlamydia? You see, we don't understand how microorganisms work yet, but we as Southerners, as Alabamians, as Marion, Fayette, Lamar County natives, it's our duty to try to get better and fight these things and bring the awareness. So as more information comes out on that outbreak, I will be keeping you posted, I promise. And There's other cultural issues. I had a friend that came to me last week and he's like, Chris, if I buy a Yeti cooler and don't put the sticker on my back glass, do I really own one? Well, that's a question that I'm having to put some serious research in. So, bear with me and I will answer that. I will answer it accordingly. And I understand, a lot of you buy enough ice to buy 3 Yeti coolers a year, but we'll figure this out together. Trust me, we will. We really will. And there's cultural issues with our kids that I'm having to deal with immediately. Sometimes my 15-year-old will make me so happy listening to Jason Isbell, and then I'll hear this dubstep crap coming from her bedroom. So we've got to get together culturally for our kids. Then I've got a 10-year-old little girl that plays the drums, and I've been trying to explain to her, she's a huge Megadeth fan, and I've been trying to explain to her, look, there's no double bass pedal in Reckless Kelly or Chris Stapleton. So there's cultural things, there's the medicinal and public health awareness, there's all kinds of things that the network is working on, and I'm going to bring you some more good stuff. Promise you, I sure will. And as the time arises, it's only going to get better. I hope this installment brings you up to speed on where we are now. And I hope to see all of you soon. Love, peace, and chicken grease. And to all my homies in the county in Cell Block 6, look here. I know there is a culture that is prison. But don't let prison be your culture. Peace.